Mimetic desires. A theory postulated by René Girard, a social scientist, that ultimately states that our desires are not inherent, they have a social component to them. In other words, we desire what we perceive others to desire, objects that have value. This results in this mimetic desire triangle, whereby the model desires the object. However, that object can vary. It could be a fancy job, a fast car, or an attractive partner, or so on. The subject imitates the desire of the model and begins to desire the same object, which leads to a rivalry between both model and subject as they fight for that same object. You wouldn't have to go much further than social media to see examples of mimetic desires in action for yourself. But it does pose a very interesting question, and that question is, how do you know that what you desire is really what you desire? If we just imitate the desires of others, how do we know what we really want, or if what we want is just mimicking somebody else? The first thing to consider is the origins of the desire themselves. Do they come from a trusted source? Do we believe that this source ultimately has our best interests at heart? Next, you need to consider what you value in life. If your desires are aligned with the things that you value, chances are those desires are true and accurate. Lastly, I would say you need to do enough personal development and internal growth so that you no longer seek external validation to make yourself feel better. Remember, ultimately the journey both starts and ends from within. If you found this useful, leave a like, drop a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.